Now next year, the next topic is we are dealing with what? We are dealing with the digital circuits, right? We are dealing with what? Digital circuits, and these digital circuits are depends on the input and output. We are going to have the two types of circuits are there. Those are combinational logic circuits as well as the sequential logic circuits. Combinational logic circuits and sequential logic circuits. Okay, so it's just like our human beings. So if you take our human beings, there are some blind persons are there, and well persons are there. If you take a blind person, so for a blind person what happened, there is no connection between the that his eyes and his mind. If you take a blind person, so there is no connection between the his brain as well as the his eyes, right? So like if you take a normal person, there is a connection between the his brain as well as the his eyes. Like that, if you take a systems, any systems, so you can have the two types of systems uh, based on the loops, open loop or closed loop. And also you studied in your control systems. In the control system you have studied open loop systems and closed loop systems, right? So in the open loop system there is not going to be any feedback between the output and input. Coming to in the closed loop system, there is a feedback between the input and output, right? So based on the feedback, you are having the two types of circuits: combination logic circuits and sequential logic circuits. What is that feedback here? We call feedback in your control system. You will call it as a feedback. Coming to in our digital circuits, we are going to call it as a memory element. We will call it as a memory element. Let me show here. For example, you are having system above. You are having a system, one system, and this is the input port. This one is the input port, and this one is what? Output port. Okay. Now here it is what? There is no connection between the output and input here. There is no feedback here. So it is called as a combination logic circuit. It is called as a combination logic circuit. If you take one more circuit, one more system or one more circuit, you can call in our language we'll call circuit. So in your control system you'll call it a system. Nothing to worry, both are same. So the circuit, so it is input and output. So one more possibility is what? There will be a feedback between the input and output. Okay, so it is called as a feedback in your control system language, but here I will call it as a memory. Here we call it as a memory. It means it is going to store the previous data. That means it is storing the previous output. So we call it as a memory, and this circuit is called as a sequential logic circuits. It is called as a sequential logic circuits. So in the second unit, we are going to deal with the combination logic circuits. In the third unit, we'll deal with the sequential logic circuits. So let me explain the combination logic circuits. So I'll give the brief introduction for the combination circuits. So with that, I'm going to conclude the session. So please listen, everybody. So on the screen, you can observe the uh, basics of the combination logic circuits. Small introduction. So you can read out that one. So here, so it is a logic circuit in which output depends on the combinations of the input variables. Okay, that means output is going to depends on the number of input combinations, and it doesn't use any memory as it is an open loop system. So there is no connection between the output and input. So it's not going to use any memory, and it can have the n number of inputs and n number of outputs. So you can observe the circuit here. So this is a combination logic circuit, and it can have the n number of inputs, n inputs, and it can have the m outputs. It means the number of inputs and number of outputs may be equal, or number of inputs more than the number of outputs, or number of inputs less than the number of outputs. You can have three possibilities. That is the number of inputs either equal to outputs, or else greater than or equal, less than to the outputs. Okay, so it is the combination logic circuits. So for example, for this one, you're going to have these examples are there: adders, subtractors, comparators, mux. We call mux, or we call this a multiplexers, and demux, or we call demultiplexers, and encoders, decoders, and code converters. Okay, so these are the some of the examples. Still, you are going to have some more examples are there for combinational circuits. I'm showing just some of the well-known examples here. Uh, So it is about definition for the combinational logic circuit. So for example, if you want to design any circuit, for example, if you want to design a combinational logic circuit, you can observe the steps here. You need to follow these steps. You need to follow these following steps to design a combinational logic circuit. First, we'll observe the problem definition. First, we'll observe the given problem. After that, we'll determine the required number of inputs and required number of output variables. That is, the number of inputs is how many, whether 2 inputs or 3 inputs, and number of outputs are how many. Like that, we're going to determine. After that, we'll assign the letters or symbols to the variables. That is, if you're having the number of inputs are 2 inputs, we'll take A, B as input, and one output will take some variable Y or X, like that output variable. And after that, we'll make the truth table, which will define the required relationship. That according to the given problem definition, we are going to make the truth table, that is gives the relation between the output and input. So after doing the truth table, then we'll go for the simplification of the Boolean expression by using the K-map. And after that, we'll draw the logic diagram. So there are steps involved in the designing of the combination of logic circuits. So let me explain a very small problem for designing of combinational logic circuits. So with that, I will conclude the today lecture. So within 10 minutes, I am going to conclude today lecture. The question is, to design a combinational logic circuit with two inputs, comma, which produce output logic 0, when any one of the input is 1. When any one of the inputs is logic 1. Okay, so this is a given question. What is the question? We are asked to design a combination logic circuit which is having how many inputs? It is having the 2 inputs, and which produce the output, that is, you are having only one output. And what is the output here? Output is going to be logic 0 when any one of the input is logic 1. So this is the problem definition. First observe the problem definition. After that, observe required number of inputs. So how many inputs is given? Is given how many inputs? 2 inputs. Okay, let me take 2 inputs are AB. My inputs are how many? 2 inputs, and those inputs are, let me make it AB input. Now what about output? Output is 1 only, 1 output, and let me show that output with the Y variable. So I'm assigning the input variables and output variables. After that, what we need to do? We need to make a truth table, that is relation between the inputs and outputs. So AB our input and Y is our output. So by using the 2 inputs, we can have the 4 possibilities: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And what is the output here? Is saying that the output is going to be logic 0 when at least any one of the input is going to be logic 1. So for first case, inputs are what? 0, 0. So there is no 1 in the input combination. So output is going to be what? Logic 1. The second case, 0, 1 combination. There is one input is 1. So if the one input is logic 1, what is the output here? Output is what? 0 only. Now third case, 1, 0. We got one input is 1. So output is 0. In the second case, 2 inputs are 1. So output is what? 0. I have taken the output according to the what given problem definition. So after that, we'll go for the K-map simplification. So it is very simple. Without K-map also, you can find out the output expression here. Simply, you are having only one minterm. That is when A value 0, B value 0, A value 0, B value 0. You got output is logic 1. So without taking the K-map, you can find it. That is, it is logic 1. Okay. This shall group this cell. What about function output here? A bar, B bar. So it is the simplified Boolean expressions. Now what is the fifth step here? We'll go for the logic diagram. So in the logic diagram, we need two input variables, input A and input B variable. Okay, A and B. So we need A bar dot B bar. That is, we need a one AND gate which is having the A bar and B bar as inputs. This is the A bar and this is B bar. Okay, now this will be given to one AND gate. So this is the AND gate above. So this is AND gate. And output will be what? A bar, B bar. Okay. So in this way, we have to design the combinational logic circuits. Okay. So in the tomorrow, from the next lecture, we're going to see these adders, subtractors, comparators, multiplexer, remaining logic circuits. Okay. Yeah, you can take it simply an OR gate. Yes, it's simply an OR gate. You can also do it in that manner also. But to explain one problem, I have taken problem definition here. You can also take it here. So how we can write A bar B bar? According to the De Morgan's law, you can write it is what? A plus B whole bar, which is what? Which is the NOR gate. Simply you can take NOR gate also. Both are same. No worry. A B. Okay. A plus B whole bar.